Hello and welcome back. How good of you to join. Take a cup of coffee, sit back, relax and enjoy this latest MEGACITY episode that is actually coming after the last update. So some of you were wondering, of course, why I still didn't implement those new things or how my mods could actually work so close to after the release of the new patch. Of course, some of those episodes are pre-recorded. The mods are working again. I finally see all my buildings once more because most of them were gone, at least the modded ones, and we can get cracking once more in our superior metropolis. I just love that. Notoriously, deliriously beautiful in the most ambitious conceivable way. Yes, well, and there's actually even another level on top of that in 600 attractiveness points. That's definitely something. One thing that I would like to do now is, of course, implement the vibrant cities. This one is one of the prime examples of how a city looks before the Vibrant Cities DLC, and now we're going to change it. We do have this new skin painter down here, and we can just basically, yeah, do it like so. And boom, we do have a whole new skin. Of course, this is still looking quite the same. So everything is kind of like looking the same. So we can now mix it up with more buildings in between to also add some variety to the whole level then, right? We could also, for example, go around and just change the whole, oops, this was an engineer, change the whole layout there with color or more colorful ones. We can mix it up or we can go back to the original one. And well, yeah, I would like to have it a bit brighter, a bit more colorful in general. So there we have the brick ones, and there we have the more, I think this is the neon light, and there we have the more colorful one, right? And clicking down shift and then painting over the other ones, we do get the same art style. And this is just looking really nice overall. And once again, holy cow, this city changes, and it changes so many times I've lost track of it. There we go. It's just, I mean, come on, it is glorious, absolutely fantastic, and I really wonder, where has this been all the time? I'm basically going ahead and I'm doing this for the other buildings there as well, so we can basically just slide over them, right? Unfortunately, skyscrapers are not affected by this. It's not the worst of things, because basically skyscrapers already do look quite different than the rest, right? And it's fine to have this in here. What we could also do is we could have a little, well, neon district, or where we only have the neon lights. So probably somewhere here in the center that we have the tourists, right? So having, for example, some neon lights here. I could just move this one, and I think once more, there you go, right? And then we just paint this one over this whole district. They're basically making this a nightclub district or whatever. And I think the neon lights also have a special look during nighttime. Oh well, actually here we can see the neon lights now. Not bad, not bad. We can also make it so that the engineer residences and the investors kind of like look the same more. Yeah, right. They weren't doing that before. Now with the red bricks, for example, they do have the kind of the same look, which makes it really good to melt them together, kind of like in the city where we have mixed buildings. Like here, for example, over here would be another of these examples where we have investors and then we have those engineers. Those engineers, let's paint them so they also look rather similar to the skyscraper engineers, right? That also have these rather red brick tone skins available. So there we have that, and then we have also these engineers here that I would like to change to, yeah, actually this is fine. The same we can also apply, of course, to the artisans then. So we have the more colorful ones. Here we have now the more colorful engineer ones then, righto. And then we have the artisans, and they also change quite a bit. So let's just have a look at them. There we have the, I think this is the red bricks now. Should be. We could have it like that, so it does look a bit older. Or we could have the more colorful new skin available for the artisans. I like this one more. Let's go with that for now. And then let's just paint it through the whole district there. And those engineers, let's also give them a proper look there. There you go. Ah, especially here. That's looking really cool. And there is actually a farmer that I haven't seen yet. So let's just upgrade this poor sod. And of course we also have marketplaces available like this one here that have new skins. So we can now click on the marketplace. Down here we have the building skin, and we can now decide between a few more or new ones. We have the Christmas ones, that would be appropriate for the season. We have the open air market, that is new. I like this one quite a bit. We have the Ornate Market. This one fits more into an urban area like this one. And then we have the Grand Market, which I think fits best into these smaller or these urban areas, right? Where we still have some of them. Of course, we don't really need them, but I think as an ornament, they just fit in nicely now. Of course, the original artisans already looked pretty good, so I would not change too many of them now, because I also like the original ones quite a bit. We can still change some of them, right? So we can have different blocks here that do look a bit different. I mean, the new ones do look darker for sure. So if you like that, then go ahead and paint your city darker, or we just have the mixed ones and then the red ones there again. Fine, fine, fine. Now we should not forget about the skyscrapers that we have in our town. Lots of level 4 ones still available, and as we can see, we could upgrade them now as well. These 4 ones here, and let's go ahead and do this one. Quite a few. There you go. More level 5 skyscrapers now in total, leaving more and money on my bank account. And with that, finally we've also unlocked the monument for those skyscrapers. Finally, the Skyline Foundation. The success of the Galleria Badoret shopping arcade has set a precedent for the future of consumerism, a founding myth for a new era. Its daring promise of endless growth exemplified by rising sales and towering skyscrapers. To ensure his place in history, Donald Bader dreams of a unique monument, the gigantic Skyline Tower. This Donald Bader really likes to talk a lot. We're still going ahead and we're going to have this new Skyline Tower. There you go. Now we can see how big it is. It's not really big when it comes to the actual size on the ground, right? So we can have it here, for example, and it would really fit in, I think, either here or here. Now I would like to go with this spot here, since we do have the bus station already close by, and the Skyline Tower is going to be available for the buses too. And there you go, perfect. We can just squeeze it in here, right beside the Central Park, and around it we're going to have more skyscrapers. So this is kind of like the center of it all. We can afford the first level right away, 1.5 million it costs, and quite a lot of doesn't building materials once more. Only 10 elevators, but that's understandable. There is no elevation yet. We are really just building the foundation for now, and we should go ahead and start with that right away. We do need, holy cow, we need 15 more skyscrapers on level 5 before we continue. So it's that harsh, right? We do need a lot of these additional ones. I can go ahead and upgrade a few more skyscrapers. So here we have this block, for example, right beside the Skyline Tower, that we can go ahead and upgrade now. They're pretty close there to the Skyline Tower then. There's only one street here. We'll see about how we are going to make this one. I would probably still like to have a little plaza in front of it, so those guys here might actually have to move. There we have a few more blocks. Let's just go ahead and do this blockwise. I know it's a bit bad for my original income, right? But we can still manage to do it. There are upgraded a whole bunch now to level 3, and that's the end of my windows for now. We need to wait there a bit again, and yes, as we can see also, that was quite expensive on the costs, but it's fine. It's absolutely fine. And we're probably going to upgrade this whole bunch there too. Even though I don't want to make the skyline too big though, right? I mean, it's nice to have one, but I definitely want to keep some normal area too, like this one. That's definitely not going to be skylines or sky towers there. And this one here is definitely also going to be just beautiful, colorful buildings. Oh, and we're also getting some threats here now. Beware, your majesty looked and there before you stood a large statue. The head of the statue was made of pure gold. Come, Mr. Beta, note the popular feeling against your abominable construction practices and make a change.
Well, this is getting to be darn annoying. Keep an eye on my tower, will ya?
It's not a tower yet, but someone seems to be having something against it. Now, something that these new skyscrapers also need, level 5, is the drugstore. And I was thinking about this location here. There used to be a university, but who needs a university in this area now? Instead, we can have one of these drugstores, a bit of space in front of it where we also have then the member club, right? So they could, for example, look towards each other. And then here in the center, we do have a nice little area where, well, people can dine or something like that. There's the drugstore. We just need to make sure that it has its connection with a warehouse. There it is, so it still can reach this one here. It could also reach the docks down there if it needs to. Perfect, let's build the drugstore. 80 tons of windows once more. Really expensive, but those level 5 ones want it, right? And this will also make them grow a bit more, thus also giving us more money. Let's have a look at its shopping catalog. So the toothpaste would be the first one. Deterrent or detergents, lipsticks, face cream and pomade is the other ones. Let's have a look at this one here. Minus 25% for pocket watches and sewing machines. That is crap, really. Perhaps we do get better ones down the road. We have the soap, the coal and the sugar. It's all here in masses. So we can really just select this one and get on its way. There is still a road that we can place in here. And right in front of it, we still should have something, a nice little plaza area or something. There you go, a nice little plaza area where people can sit, but also room for a spotlight so that our drugstore here is getting illuminated as it should be. Very good. Also, industrial espionage, a new quest. Mr. Bader has been made aware of inconsistencies in the office's budget reports. He suspects that Miss Jenny might be using the money for her own purposes. Tailing the engineer, and she should be in her office next to an engineer's skyscraper. Before we do that, I would like to go ahead and upgrade a few more buildings once more. As I can see there, I could go ahead with those two to level 4. Actually, we can make all of them to level 4, and then the remaining ones are getting level 5. There is also one more in here. Let's just give them a bump. And this whole block, we could also go ahead, and we probably should, at least some of them, right? Especially here, the one in the center, getting its panorama upgrade. And then we have a couple more here that I would like to go ahead. Perfect. There you go. Level 4. More level 4 ones, because boy, we still need lots and lots of level 5 ones. Now, industrial espionage. Let's have a look. Down here it should be somewhere. And there I can see something. And there's probably Miss Jenny. I must hurry. Oh, I do hope the harbor was a good spot to pick. Where is she? There she is.
An annotated version of the
It really would have been preferable to acquire the oils on my own terms, but he seems trustworthy. Oh, there's a blank spot. I should probably do something about that. Where's my good fountains? There you go. So much on my mind and it's all spilling out. Come on, Theodora, take a break and hurry along. Take a breath. Oh, look at that, what we can find here. More dirt roads. It's insane. Just following her, I can see a lot of mistakes that we still have there. Mr. Brokeman, there you are. Very nice to see you, I guess. This red fella there. Mr. Bader's doing, I presume. Okay, we do have to take a photo now of her. I guess we can see the head. There she is. Alright, she actually has something to say as well. Having caught Miss Jenny red-handed at her private meeting with a broker, she implores you to hear her out before we make a decision. So, I pitched my patent to Mr. Bader, used reasoned arguments, said this would attract women customers, but he flat out refused. And he is wrong. Okay, man shouldn't hold a monopoly of the modern conveniences can be tools for social emancipation, and the projected sales figures might yet convince him, but I desperately need to finish the prototype first. Will you help me? You're damn right, Theodora. I'm in.
Such a relief. I had a feeling you might be of open mind. Mr. Bader, of course, thinks you two are like peas in a pod, but then he only ever sees half.
So we're helping together with her now. We need to deliver fish oil and coconut oil. That's probably something we don't have in store that much yet. I think we do have the coconut oil, there it is, but the fish oil not. Lucky us, we do have lots of fish oil in Tristão. So let's just get this one, 100 tons, just for the future, just in case. Off you go. Happily fortified. Now, while we wait for the ship to arrive for all of that and also wait for some more windows, we still have this empty spot up here. We do have a bit of industry still available, but a few more workers we can definitely use here, farmers. So let's go ahead and have us another marketplace. And now we can really change the appearance of this one then to a proper marketplace for the city. So there you go. And then we can, for example, choose the open air market if we wish to. And let's go ahead and have the open air market for that one. And then, of course, we need more buildings. I guess we could also make some rich people here. So we could have, yeah, a little courtyard perhaps. Like so, for example, these guys here, that's looking good. We also have another pub then over there. A bit of green spot here. Perhaps we need to move this one though. Let's just see. A bit further down if I want to make this one work. We can copy the whole thing and then just move it down here. And I think this is going to be better overall. Since we want to upgrade these people quite a bit, let's also have a school in this area for those people just up there. Perfect. We do have then kind of like a transition into the worker district for now. I mean, I really am not entirely sure what I'm going to make with this one here yet. Fact is, we do have the space for more people. That's a good thing. If we really do need more industry, I doubt it. We are going to place it somewhere else, most likely. Let's have some more houses here then. Perhaps also some more different blocks once more, like this one there. And we, of course, only using the paved roads now. And I also don't think that we will need electricity in this area. There you go, a whole new district. Let's build the school as well. Let's build all of these houses there, basically. And let's build the ornaments here that we have also in this area. The sooner the better. There you go. So a few more of the rich houses than up there that we're going to upgrade. And here then some more normal houses. Perfect. And they do get everything right away. And then that's probably going to be workers here that are going to mix then into my industrial district. Or we just get rid of the bread altogether. Meanwhile, we've also received some more artifacts from N-Besa, something that I can place up here. Of course, it's normal houses again. The Mazu trinket, the Mazu trinket, the lion statue, Selamavi, there you go, and perhaps also the statue of Anubis. This one is looking out there, perfect. So this is something we could have somewhere else, perhaps. The rest is buildings, though I still need a few more artifacts that resemble more lifelike statues or something like that, and not just normal buildings. But now though, the museum would be full, right? And this pushes us a bit higher more to the other attraction level then. Should not forget about the botanical expedition that we have in the back working. And the beast of the swamp, there's no other way. We must wait the swamp. And a gator is there. Tackle the beast or take the shot with our cheetah. Let's tackle the beast, has a higher chance. And a legend has been born. While some members of the crew distract the beast, one bold sailor jumps on the gator's back and clutches its neck. It takes 10 more men to pin the monster's maw shut, but once it's immobilized, the sailor pulls out a knife and sinks it into the monster's skull. He's now became the dragon slayer. Alright, at least no morale penalty for us there, other than continuing on the journey. It looks rather good right now, this botanical expedition. The ironclad has also arrived with the fish oil. Let's unload this one.
Oh, good.
And now she's got all the items necessary, and let's give it to her.
I will use it right away. It was only meant to be the last little tweak to finish the prototype.
And there she actually has the lipstick, her proudest product yet.
To persuade Mr. Bader. Once stocked at the drugstore, it can fulfill its intended purpose.
Bit of a surprise you kept your involvement a secret, Guru. You think her kind can be big players in the world of commerce? I suppose I'm gonna have to hold up my hands and trust your superior instincts.
Alright, this must be a trap on his part.
Ready the ropes?
Ah, good. And we can also upgrade now these farmers up here in that district. Let's go ahead and do it probably at once. Yep, all of them. There you go, more workers now. And they already have the school, so we can upgrade them to artisans then rather soon. And here I was also able now to upgrade those artisans and changing the color just a tiny bit in order to ensure that it does look a bit proper. Yes, very good, these colorful ones. There you go, and we probably will also use it on that one here. We can also once more go ahead and upgrade more of our skyline towers here to the next levels, as we should. So here especially to get the panorama effect, of course, that we would like to have. And then can I go with more to level 5? Do we have a level 4 ones? Please, any level 4 ones here? Is there anybody with level 4? There it is. And then we can select all of them. This whole block here is level 4, for example. So we can go ahead and add 3 more of them. They will not have the best panorama effect. 2 of them have intense, 1 of them is strong. That is still fine. And that's 3 more level 5s. Holy cow, it's really, really tall, isn't it? When looking in the on the ground, when we look up there into our little Manhattan, as we have it over there.
Some of us have to live by the sword.
So far so good. I will still need to grind out more of them, unfortunately, before we can continue with the next phase. Stay tuned.